Are you tired of this happening while taming an Electrophorus? My name's Techworsa, and today I'll show you how to tame an Electrophorus, and if you stick around I'll tell you a couple of neat things about tamed Electrophorus. First off, let's prepare. The food you're going to need in order from most effective to least effective. Biotoxin, raw mutton, raw prime meat, raw prime fish meat, cooked lamb chopped, cooked prime meat. I would recommend using biotoxin or raw prime meat. It wouldn't hurt to have some cooked prime meat just in case. At a default taming rate, a level 50 can take between 4 and 18 minutes, a level 100 between 7 and 30 minutes, a level 150 between 10 and 42 minutes. These times are the difference between biotoxin and meat. You'll also want a more abundant food source for the Electrophorus to consume once it's tamed. Biotoxin can be gathered from the corpses of Cnidaria. The easiest way to kill Cnidaria is with a Basilosaurus because they have immunity to the shocking sting of the Cnidaria. I would recommend making Lazarus chowder for this tame. Lazarus chowder makes you consume less oxygen for 10 minutes. The recipe for Lazarus chowder is 9 cooked meat, 5 savor root, 5 long grass, 10 mijo berries, 2 narcotic, and water. Since Electrophorus is a deep-sea creature, it may be worth it to have scuba gear to help with longer dive times and quicker swim speed. Condition the area around the Electrophorus. Kill off any creature that could interfere with your taming. You'll need to keep an eye on the one you want to tame while you do this, and if you have tribe mates to help you, they can be defending the area while you start taming. Before I get started on the taming methods, the Electrophorus is tamed using the non-violent taming method. You'll need to put your food of choice in the last slot of your hotbar and interact with the Electrophorus to start taming. The simplest way to tame an Electrophorus is to separate the one you want to tame by killing off any that you don't want with a Basilosaurus. The Basilosaurus is immune to the shock attack of the Electrophorus, and that makes it a great mount for when you want to tame the Electrophorus. Once you've killed off any excess eels, wait for the one you want to tame to shock your mount, then jump off and feed it while its shock is recharging. Rinse and repeat until it's tamed. If you don't have access to a Basilosaurus, you'll need a mount that has a fairly quick swim speed, a decent amount of health, and torpor. Here I'm going to be using a high-level Sarcosuchus, statted for health and melee damage. With this method, you'll need to be careful about the other Electrophorus in the group. The more Electrophorus in the group, the harder the shock hits. The more the shock, the slower your mount will swim. And that gives the eels more time to bite and apply torpor to your mount. It's difficult to handle them this way, but still possible. Once you have only the one you want to tame left, wait for it to shock your mount, then feed it while the shock is recharging. Repeat until it's tamed. If you don't have a Basilosaurus and you want a slightly safer method to tame, build a trap. The easiest way is to make several stone gateways in a line with doors on either side. However, there is a huge problem with trapping Electrophorus. They tend to glitch out of the trap. I tried several different designs, and they were consistently glitching through any gaps in the design. That is also if you're able to get them trapped in the first place. Electrophorus are quick and can easily outswim most mounts. I found that with a group of 5 I was able to trap one temporarily until it wriggled out of the trap. The one time I was able to trap all 5 was with an absurdly large trap. Even then, several were able to wriggle their way out of the trap. If you do end up using this method, kill off any that you don't want with using a crossbow or harpoon launcher. You will then use your mount to provoke a discharge, then feed it while it's recharging. Whichever way you decide to use, continue feeding the Electrophorus your food of choice until it's tamed. If this video was helpful, make sure you like and share it. Your support really helps out the channel. Now for the neat facts that I promised earlier. The Electrophorus' primary attack is a bite attack that applies a small amount of torpor. Their secondary attack is a shock attack which applies a slow debuff which lasts for several seconds with a slightly longer cooldown. Multiple Electrophorus acting together can deliver a more powerful shock. Their main utility comes from this secondary attack. When it is combined with other tactics, it makes killing or taming more difficult creatures seemingly easier. There's an aberrant form on the Aberrant and Valguro maps. That's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.